Welcome to the rugged world of off-roading. This is the Motorade podcast, where off-roading myths go to die and real performance takes the wheel. Today, we're talking about a topic that splits off-roaders like tire tracks at a fork in the trail. Leaf springs versus coil springs. If you're towing, carrying a load, or taking on long-distance expeditions, you've probably asked, which one is better? In this episode, we'll break down the comfort versus capacity debate, how each suspension type performs under heavy stress, maintenance you'll need to plan for, and which setup holds up best when you're deep in the wild with no recovery in sight. If you're building a 4x4 that needs to carry gear, haul trailers, or just survive years of rugged terrain, you'll want to hear this. Stick around because the wrong suspension setup might ride fine on day one, but let you down when it matters most. So Clement, let's talk about leaf springs. Yeah, how do they differ from coil springs in terms of performance when it comes to off-road?
Depending on what kind of off-road you're doing.
Okay.
So if you want to carry a load off-road, I'd say a leaf spring is an extremely good choice.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do some rock crawling flex, leaf spring is a very bad choice.
I mean, how does leaf spring, the design of the leaf spring, it doesn't allow for a certain degree of flex. Yeah, that's the limitation, the inherent limitation of having a leaf spring.
Even if you play with the shackles, so the shackle is the moving part that fixes the leaf springs with the chassis.
Okay.
So it's between both and will allow the flex. So there is an option to lift the car. It's a cheap lift to lift the car by adding a long shackle, which will also give you more flex, more extension travel. But still, it's gonna be, the thing is the leaf springs, so the way it is made. I hope all the viewers understand what is leaf spring. So you have different leaves. It's a pack.
Yeah.
When we talk
it's
about
stacked together. Yeah.
Exactly. So there are different kind of leaf springs as well. Now when we talk about leaf springs, usually you have the curved leaves, then you have some flat ones, or almost flat ones that are very thick on the bottom. Those are the load leaves.
Okay.
Curved leaves. So main leaf is the first one that rolls and have the bushings inside, which is fixed to the chassis on the solid mounting point on one side and fixed to the shackle on the other side.
Okay.
The fact that all the leaf springs are on each other, when they compress, they will slide on each other, which make it stiff. So the leaf spring, Doddington leaf springs, comes with some Teflon pads between the leaves to avoid this, but it's still a leaf spring. So there's not much you can do about it.
Okay.
So after that, there is a new, I can't say new anymore, that was used. It's a truck technology, because most of the semi-trucks have leaf springs, especially in the front. It came with something called parabolic leaf springs. I don't know if you heard about it. So instead of having, for example, when we talk about the leaf spring, as I was saying before, 5+2, so 5 curved leaf springs that will give the height and support me. Really have some movements. Then the load leaves, which are flat or almost flat, which will sit on it, and the curved leaves will come and sit on it when the car is loaded or when you come on full compression. The parabolic leaf springs will almost make the same length. There are usually 3 or 4 leaves, way more thick, and they don't touch each other.
Okay.
So the spring filling, the way it moves, will be closer from a coil spring, more comfortable.
Okay.
So we have some options in Doddington, especially for 78, 79 series, Hilux, and so many other cars, to convert them from a normal leaf springs to a parabolic leaf springs to add more comfort to it.
Okay. But that's the extent of the comfort, yeah? That's all you can do. And then everything else is coil springs.
Yes.
But then we're talking about compatibility also, like coil springs. You can't replace a leaf spring with a coil spring. Right? It's just
It is some solid
engineering.
conversion, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the load carrying capacity of leaf springs. Like you mentioned, they are capable of carrying much more load as compared to coil springs. But if we disregard categories like buses and trucks, and we're talking about 4x4s and SUVs, how much more weight can it carry? Like percentage-wise, can it carry like 20%?
Very depending on the vehicle.
Okay.
There are some extremely small pickups with leaf springs, which have small leaf springs as well. So you can't compare 79 series, which can take 1.5 ton in its bed with the original suspension, to a car which is more made for comfort or smaller.
Okay.
Now, just to give you an idea about the technology, if you just think about it, it's pure mathematics. When you have a coil spring, the whole weight will go at one point on your chassis. If you check the axle this way, so you have your two coil springs, then the chassis goes like this. All the weight will go here. Right. Now, if you have some leaf springs, it will go like that.
So it's distributed.
The weight from, if you take from the wheel, will go in a V shape.
Yes.
Okay. So it will go to two different points.
Yeah.
Which will definitely increase the load capacity.
Oh yeah. Simply from the point of weight distribution and of the load, basically.
Not only the load capacity of the leaves, but also the reliability for the chassis. If you take an example that is very solid to the Middle East, it is the Y61, Patrol Y61 pickup with coil spring. The chassis is reinforced from the factory. If you look at it, there is already a big reinforcement on it. Looks like it's been done locally, but in fact it's from the factory. And so you understand that if you want to put some load on the coil spring, you also need to
reinforce the chassis.
Make sure it is solid enough.
Okay.
For example, I have on my cars that it is a part that we have in Dobinson. It's a hydraulic bump stop mount, but you can choose to not fix the hydraulic bump stop. And this is a bolt-on kit, so you don't need to weld on the chassis or anything, which will come and reinforce the rear coil towers.
Okay.
So the coil spring will sit on it, then bolted to the trailing arms, bolted to the bump stops. So it will act as a whole chassis reinforcement. Because it's depending on the vehicle. It happens. Either you add some load on it, or you drive like a maniac. Anything can happen.
Okay.
So it's always good to do that. I'll come back quickly on the parabolic leaf springs. They are usually not made to carry as much weight as the normal leaf, but they are still very capable.
Okay.
So what's the verdict? Leaf springs are the hard workers, known for their load hauling capacity and long-term durability, especially when things get heavy and remote. But when it comes to ride comfort and finesse on paved roads, coil springs still wear the crown. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It's about understanding your vehicle's mission, towing, overlanding, hauling, or commuting, and making sure your suspension system can keep up, mile after mile. And remember, whichever setup you choose, regular maintenance is what keeps you off the side of the road and on track to your next adventure. Thanks for tuning in to the Motorade podcast. Fuel your drive, and I'll see you in the next one.